What's up, everybody? My name is Jacques Wessels, and a very welcome to Web Nomads, a place where you can learn how to create a blog of your dreams. And today, I'm going to show you just that. So if you have the burning desire to start a blog, I will show you in this video where you can go from an idea all the way to a fully functional blog. So first up, we are going to get some hosting and register your domain name. Then we are going to install WordPress with a single click. And then I'll show you exactly where you can go to find a beautiful theme that's mobile responsive, that is super fast, very stylish, and above all, it is absolutely for free. And then we are going to use a page builder that is extremely easy to use, that's got ready-made blocks for you to import. So if you're not a very creative person, you don't have to worry about it. You can just import a ready-made block for you and you can literally build your blog in a couple of minutes. That's how easy this is gonna be. So if you are ready to go and ready to learn, I'm going to show you everything you need to know, from a beautiful homepage where you can have nice hero images, we can have buttons, we can have blurbs, we have features, we'll have email signups, the whole thing. I'll show you exactly. And then we are going to do the About Us page, everything that you need to include in an About Us page, and then the Contact Us page, and then above all, I'll show you how to format and how to create your very first blog post. And if you stay till the very end, I'll show you a cool place where you can go to sign up to get affiliate links and affiliate banners you can place strategically throughout your post so that you can actually make money from the very beginning. So if you feel this is for you and you want to go ahead and commit to starting a beautiful blog, I'm not going to waste any more of your time, so let's dive right in. Alright guys, so let's get this blog up and running. So first thing you need to do is, in the description, click on a link that says domains.co.za. It'll take you directly to a page exactly like this one you see right here. So domains is where we are going to register your domain name and where we're also going to host your blog. So what that means is you are going to rent a little bit of server space from domains.co.za to host your blog on. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to go to hosting and we're going to choose web hosting. Take us to the next page, and here we'll see a web hosting packages, and they've got the package for kind of everyone that will suit all of our budgets. And the other thing I want to show you quickly is we'll get a free domain name, so you can actually register a free domain name, worth 90 Rand. You get unlimited traffic, daily backups, you even get a free SSL certificate. Now we'll talk a little bit about SSLs a little bit later on, so you don't have to worry about it right now. Another thing I quickly want to show you is that domains.co.za, they work with industry leaders just like Bitco, Blue Label Telecoms, Bradley, Endangered Wildlife Trust, even Vodacom, and all those big companies. So if they trust domains.co.za for all their web solutions, there's no reason why new bloggers and myself included can't trust these guys. So let's continue. So you can if you brand new to blogging, go with this one right here. And if you are you know a little bit what you're doing and you are you're thinking about starting a couple of blogs later on in your blogging journey, you can go for this one here. You can get 5 websites here for this one. So let's start with the starter package right here. It'll take us through to the next page where we have to choose our domain. So now we have to choose a domain name that is very relevant to our blog, that is just better for people and search engines to understand what your blog is about. If it's something catchy, that's even better. And so I'm gonna build a blog around hiking right here in South Africa. So obviously you can follow along, but you can just change things up that is more relevant to what you want to blog about. So I'm going to go for Hiker's Trail. There we go. And then check. Awesome. So my domain name HikeAustralia is available for registration. Unfortunately, sometimes you're not so lucky. But if you're not, try to change the words out. Maybe put something else. Try something else, and just mix and match, and until you find something that will suit your blog. So let's continue. Now we're going to get to this configure page. It's it's asking for the billing cycle. It's 89 Rand a month with a free domain. If we choose this drop down, you can go for 3 months, every 6 months, 12 months, and as you can see, the more months you choose, the lesser the amount will be. All right, so I'm gonna stick with month to month for now, and then I'm gonna hit continue. Now on the next page, they are upselling you on a Whois privacy. You can opt for it, but it's not necessary. I'm not going to go for it. It is just if someone types in Whois and your domain name, they can actually see who is the owner of the blog. But it is a blog. You'll have your face on the blog, so with your contact details. So anyone will see who owns the blog in any way. So just continue. Now we get to the review and checkout page. Just make sure everything is 100% and everything is good to go. And 94 Rand, yeah, everything is perfect, so check out. So now we're going to get to this checkout page where you have to enter and complete all the details here. And at the very bottom, you can choose whatever payment gateway you want to go for. I always opt for PayFast because I'm a big fan of PayFast, and I know it's super secure. So I'm going to go through the same process as you, completing this form, and also go through the ordering process. And I will see you on the other side. Perfect. So if your order went through successfully and everything is paid, you'll get to an order confirmation page exactly like this one. So you can save this order number right here. And what you can do is you can just continue to client area by clicking on this button here. So this is your client area. So this is your dashboard. So the first thing you want to do is just go to your email address, the one that you added in that information page. Just go to that email address, and you want to verify the email address. So invoice this one. So which one is it now? There's sent so many. So it will be the very first one. So go over here, and then you click to verify your email address. There you go. And then just remember me, and what you can do is make sure everything is fine, and then you can just go client area login, and then you'll be back in your dashboard. So in your dashboard, this is where you can open a support ticket if you have trouble with your hosting, or there's something that's slow, something is not working, something is, whatever the case may be, you can definitely open a ticket here and just ask the guys to help out. Or you can phone this number. I've used domains.0.za, the support, quite a bit to figure stuff out, along the way, and they are super fast, and they are definitely ready to help you out in a matter of minutes. So don't worry about that. So for now, we're not going to be worried too much about this dashboard and what's going on over here. What we need to do is we have to go back to our mails and wait for this one right here. So in the meantime, you can go through all these customer invoices and make sure everything is fine. And you can also print them or save them wherever you want. And while you wait for this one. So sometimes Domains.0 or any other hosting, that takes some time to get your hosting up and running and get everything together. So what you do is enter this mail. And so very, very important also. So this mail will tell you that it will take Domains.0.co.za some time to propagate your hosting, your website. So it will take up to 48 hours. And this is very normal, but it never takes 48 hours. It can be as fast as 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and a half an hour to an hour or so. So the one way to figure this out is if you scroll down, you'll see a section which says cPanel logging details. So now if you click on this link here, it'll take you to the logging of the cPanel, and this is your username and also your password. And if you try to login and it says logging is invalid, that means you still have to wait a couple of minutes for your hosting to propagate everything properly. So in the meantime, go grab something to drink, grab something to eat, and I'll meet you back here as soon as as soon as everything is ready to go. Alright guys, so let's try again. Woohoo! Alright, it took domains.co.za 17 minutes to propagate everything. So welcome guys, if you are on the same page as me. It's the cPanel. This is where this is the control panel of your website and your blog. I would not mess around in a cPanel. If you just add or delete one little dot, everything can go completely haywire, or you might even lose your blog. So we are not going to fool around in here too much, but this is a place where you can actually add email accounts to your blog. Say for instance Jaco at hikerstrail.co.za or whatever the case might be. I'll show you guys in another video how you can do this. It's very simple and very easy. So the first thing I want to bring to your attention here is you can see here primary domain self-signed certificate. This means it's also going to take some time for that SSL certificate to install on your website. So the SSL is very important in Google's eyes. So it means your blog is secured, and all and every sensitive data that's transferred on your blog between the browser and the service are secured. So it's especially important if you start selling on your blog. But for now, we're just going to continue all the way down to where you see WordPress. So we are going to install WordPress, and that's the content management system we are going to build your blog on. So right here below, next to this screenshot here is install button. Then I can ask you a couple of things here. So you can already see it's HTTPS. So that means it's SSL, and on Hiker's Trail, you should everything you see over here, you should leave as is. Do not add anything here. So now we can see site name. My site name is Hiker's Trail, and my site description is best hiking places. Okay. So you can add anything in here, whatever you want. It just adds a little nice touch to your website. So obviously make sure it's relevant. So after the site description, you can go down to admin username. Admin username, I'm just going to make. So this is very important. This username and password you should keep at all times. This is what you're going to use to log into your blog. This is an admin email. You can add any email here that you currently use at the moment, and then we're going to go all the way down. Forget all these little buttons here, and all you need to do is just hit install. Now it's going to take a couple of seconds. And voila guys, congratulations, the software was installed successfully. So well done to you, congratulations to actually installing WordPress on a control panel. That is very cool, it's a very big step. So I'm also very proud of you, and if you are still with me at this point, it means you are a go-getter, you are the perfect person to start a blog. So let's quickly go to this one right here where we can sign in. So it will tell you this at the moment right here because the SSL is not secured here. The SSL certificate is not being issued to this website. But you can go to advanced and just go to unsafe. And there you go guys. There you go. That's the WordPress dashboard. Very, very, very cool. And welcome. So this is the dashboard behind your website. This is where we are going to change settings, add posts, add pages, install cool themes, design your blog, write posts, and all that. So this is very cool. I'm super happy if you're here with me. So the first thing we want to do is is to show you how to get back into your dashboard if for any reason you get locked out or you log in from a different computer. So if I go ahead here and log out, I'll get to this screen here. This is your normal admin login screen. But say for instance you're on a different computer and you want to log in, you just go here and type your URL, hikerstrail.com. .co.za, and all you need to do is you add a /WP and an admin and hit enter. This will take you directly to the screen here. So this is very important. So it's your URL .co.za /WP, that little hash mark, and admin, and then you hit enter and you can go ahead and log in. So now we are going to do a little bit of housekeeping. So the first thing we want to do here is just to run through all these settings and let you know what's what. So on the left here is post. Post obviously is going to be your blog post, and the media is where we're going to add all kinds of media like videos and pictures and images and all that. And pages is actually the pages of your website, like home, about us, contact us, and all that. And these are the comment section. The comment section is just when someone add or leave a comment for your post. This is where you're going to go and actually approve or unapprove it, or actually reply to the comment. Appearances, where we're going to add themes to our blog, and a theme is what controls the look and style of your blog. So we're going to use a very cool theme in just a minute, and this is where we install plugins. Plugins is basically like applications for your phone. It enhances your website or add features to your website, which makes it just a lot easier. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of cool themes, free and paid. Users, it's just users of your website. We're not going to worry about it too much right now. We'll probably add a little bit of detail to your own user account. So tools, this is the first. Tools is basically where you can import, post, and export information. Check your site health. You're not going to fool around here too much. And settings. So settings, the first one we want to change here is actually permalinks. So we want to change the permalink from day and name to post. This is a much better way for people to actually see what the URL is. So basically we'll say hikerstrail.co.za based hiking trails in Cape Town. So it's much more easier for the human eye to can actually see and tell what's going on, and also for search engines like Google. Let's go ahead and save changes. Perfect. So now the first thing we want to do is we want to actually go to appearance and themes. So right here you will see a place where you can actually search for themes. WordPress comes standard with this 2020 theme installed. This is not what we are going to use. We are going to use a theme called Astra. The reason why we like Astra is because Astra is super fast and it loads very quickly, and Google loves a blog that loads quickly. But other than that, Astra has got very cool features and very cool styling, and looks great overall. So here is Astra. We can just go here and install. And then we can go ahead and activate. Right, so now if we want to go and have a look what our website looks like, our blog looks like, we can just go and click on this button right here. So now, as you can see, it kind of sucks. It's ugly. So we have a lot of work ahead of us. So let's dive right in. So we have to, if we want to go back to the dashboard, we can just go to the Hikers Trail and go to dashboard right here. So now we need to install the page builder that we are going to use to actually build your blog with. So if you look down in the description, you will see a link that next to the name Brizy. And if you click on that link, it's in my affiliate link. It will take you directly to Brizy homepage. So over here, Brizy is an absolute crazy fun page builder to use. It is super easy to use. It is user-friendly. It's super powerful. You can add and design things that is out of the world. Your imagination is literally the limit when it comes to Brizy. And you can get all this pretty much for free. Let's choose Brizy for WordPress. So now it's going to ask you to select a plan for Brizy, and choose or add your email for newsletters and so on. But all you can do is just go down to say, no thanks, I just want to download Brizy. Thanks for downloading, and we can just hit this button here if it didn't start downloading automatically, but as you can see here on the left, it's downloading. Okay, so when Brizy is done downloading, you can come back here to your dashboard, and then we can go to plugins. Go to add new, and then we can go to upload. Here at upload, we can just go to the directory where you saved your Brizy file, and then just drag it over and drop it, and then you can say install. There you go. So all you need to do is activate plugin, and that's it. You just installed a page builder called Brizy that is super fun to build websites with. So then the first thing we're going to do, while we're here on the plugins page, we're just going to go ahead and delete this Hello Dolly plugin. We don't need that at all. So we can leave the Estimate for now. And then the next step we are going to do is actually add some pages to your blog. So the way we're going to do this is go to pages and hover over pages and say add new. Now it brings up this new block editor of WordPress. So I will show you a little bit later how it works and how you're going to use it actually laying out your blog pages. So you can just X out over here, and just to get back to the normal view, just hover over these three little dots and just exit out of this free or full screen mode. So now the first page we are going to call home. And for home, we are going to go to the page attributes and select the default page. And then we are going to go to customizer settings for sidebar. No sidebar, please. Customizer settings, full width stretch, and disable title. Perfect. Then we're going to hit publish. Publish again. And then we are going to add another one. This one we're going to say blog, and we're going to do exactly the same. Publish. Perfect. Then the next one, we're going to say contact us. Publish. And then the very last one is about us. So now go back to all pages. Now we have a home page, contact us, blog, and about us. So now if we go back to our website, you'll see the names of your pages right on top here. But the order is all weird and wobbly. So we have to go actually and make these appear like they would do on a normal blog, you know, home on the left and so on and so on. And the way we're going to do this is hover over Hiker's Trail and go down to menus. All right, so in the menu, we have to give our main menu a name. I just go with main menu. Doesn't really matter what you call it. Then we have to select the ones we want, like that, and add to the menu. So now this is the order of the main menu, but I want my home to be on top. So all you need to do is click and drag all the way, and then I want my blog to be second, and about us, contact us, that's perfect right there. So let's save this. Oh, before we do, let's quickly just display location, tick that primary menu and hit Save Menu. If you go to Hiker's Trail right now, there you go. Now you can actually see the order of my main menu is perfectly fine right now. So let's go back to menus. I'm going to show you something quickly. So if you want a drop-down menu, you can just take this block and just drag it a little bit to the right. Now you can see the sub-item of home. And if we save again and go to Hiker's Trail, you'll see this little arrow. And if you hover over it, it will show the drop-down. That's how you do a drop-down with WordPress. Just go back to widgets and not widgets, sorry. Okay, so that's actually a good thing that we messed it up. So let me show you a different way to get there. So if you want to get to menus, you can just go over to Appearance and go to Menus. And then just drag it where it was. Save menu, and that's it. So now we want to go back to this page here, and now we want to set a home page to be a static page for this home button. So go over to Customize. So this customization tab here on the left, this controls everything that it's got to do with Astra. So this controls Astra, the theme itself. So obviously you can have more options if you go pro, but we are not going to go pro at the moment. So the first thing we want to do is we go to header, site identity. This is where you upload your logo. So I'm going to upload my logo. Here's my logo, and I'm just going to add your logo in my alternative text. Very important to add a description of your picture right here. It's just very good for your SEO of your website. So a little bit bigger, maybe like that, and then crop image. Perfect. So now we've got this logo here. Obviously it's way too big. We can just make it a little bit smaller. So it is like that. That looks pretty cool. If you wonder where I made this logo, there's a link in the description. It will take you directly to Canva. Canva is a true lifesaver when it comes to blogging. You can literally create all kinds of cool images, do all kinds of fun stuff with Canva, and it's all for free. You can do it for free. And there's obviously a pro version, but if you can sign up for free and create all these cool logos absolutely for free, even if you are not a creative person, there are a bunch of templates you can just use and just import and just take it from there. Perfect. So okay. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about Canva, but you can go check it out. It's extremely easy to do. You can also obviously add a site icon. A site icon is that little icon right next to your blog name, right on top of the browser tabs. I'm not going to add one right now. And then here we get that site title again, and that's the one we picked when we installed WordPress. So display site title, I don't want to display it because I've already got my logo right there. So site tagline, don't worry about it right now, and then we can go back here. The primary header, everything is fine. So you can actually go and change this up the way you want. If you want to like that, or even like that. Or I just prefer to have it like this. It's everyone is used to a website looking like that. So, and then we have the primary menu. So in this primary menu, we can add all kinds of cool things. And what I will do is I will add a little button here on this menu a little bit later. I'll show you exactly how to do that. And then we have to come down to homepage settings. We'll go through all these settings as we go along through this blog, but we have to come to homepage settings and choose static. Homepage, we want to choose homepage, and then we can choose the post page to be the blog page, and then we can go and hit publish, and then we can X out here and close this. Perfect. So now our website is slowly but surely coming together. So I want to go back to Hiker's Trail here for a second. And then I want to bring your attention to these little red dots here. So this means there's an update ready for one or two of your plugins. So this you have to update regularly on a regular basis every time when you log into your WordPress dashboard. So let's start designing and get a little bit more familiar with the Brizy Builder. So head down to Pages. And let's start designing your very first homepage. Okay, so click this Edit with Brizy button, this nice pinkish button. Then we get to this page, and welcome to the Builder, guys. So by the way, I just noticed, see this little lock here? That means our SSL has kicked in. That is very cool, and yeah, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Everything is 100% up and running on our server side. That's awesome. So let's start building. So you can see here on the far left is a column, and this column has a couple of features to it. And if you click on this one, you get all these elements. These elements are all these elements that is available to us to build our website with. I'll show you exactly how to build these with. These are not all. These are just with the ones you can get with the free builder. But if you sign up with the pro version, you get a ton more that you can use and design your blog with. The next one here is blocks. You can actually, if we start building the main page, you'll see how we can use how to reorder the blocks. And here we can see how we can actually do our styling. We can choose the different styles here for your page. So every magazine, every style here has got a different font and different color. You can go for it. I like mine to be a little bit more customized. And then we've got this color palette here. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead and use this little notepad and actually go out and look for colors. So these colors are pretty much the same colors I used for my logo. So this one here, so if you want to change this color, you can just go over here and you can change it to this color. And it actually will save, so for you to use a little bit later. And I'll show you what I mean. So then you get paragraph. You can change the font here for each heading and paragraphs, and you can also change the button here. I am going to show you how you can manually change your button style. So I'm not going to change the button here. And then you have the next one down here is a button that will show the desktop view, tablet view, or mobile view. It is very important afterwards you designed and built your blog to go through all these settings and make sure everything is nice and responsive when you go for it. We'll run through these a little bit later. And then we have the next one. You can change the page template. So if for any reason you land on this page here and it looks like this, where you can't see the main menu or your logo, that means it is set to the Brizy template and not the default template. That's how you change that. And then obviously the next one right here is we can go back to dashboard, plugin settings, shortcuts, about Brizy, submit the issue, and where you can upgrade to the pro version. So let's start building your blog. So click this button here, and now we get to this blocks page or a blocks tab. So on this page, you can see here all the categories that you can actually choose to, and then within you can choose a block for your website. This just allows you to build a page extremely fast. You don't have to be even creative. You can just import one of these blocks. Layouts on the left is a place where you can actually import a complete website. If you have a construction company, you can import this complete construction company layout. So you can literally build a website in minutes. These are pretty much just for the pro licenses, so we're not going to be bothered by these for now. Save blocks. If you build a block that you love, you can save it and import it on another page. Very easy. And global blocks is if you actually tick this little box here to make a block global, it will actually change all the settings throughout the website for that specific block. I hope it makes sense, but I'll show you a little bit later how it works. Let's go back to blocks. So let's start off by selecting hero. So we want a hero image, and I like this one. It's plain and simple, it's straightforward, and it's pretty good looking. I don't like a lot of detail, a lot of fuss that can confuse people on the website. The less is more when it comes to blogging. You want to let people dive right into your content as fast as possible. So let's look at this right now. So if you want to change the block as in whole, as in the block, you come to the settings right here. So as you can see, this is where you can make it global or make it a slider. So you can actually have a slider here. So I'm not going to choose to go for a slider. I'm just going to go to this one here. So I want to change the image here. So you can see this little dot here. It actually changed the focal point of the image. How cool is that? Without actually even, without CSS or any coding. That's pretty cool. So I'm just going to X this out and actually upload my own picture. So these pictures I got from a website called Unsplash. It is a very cool website where you can actually download free images for your blog and for your website. I'll leave a link in the description. So select that. Now we've got this nice little background. You can see this image here at the back. You can see it pixelates a little bit. So I made the image a little bit too small, but in any case, this is just for tutorial purposes. So now if I want to a little bit more focused on maybe on that mountain back there, maybe like that. That looks cool. So we can have this texture on a nice darker background. So now I want to change this green overlay. It's pretty ugly. So I want to change. See, now here's all my presets, my preset colors that we have selected in the very beginning. Change that to this darkish blue and bump it up the opacity to about 85 or so. 85, that's perfect. So now you can see the text has disappeared, but it's okay, we'll change it now. So, and then let me show you another cool thing. So if you come to this little wheel here, you can come to more settings, and if you scroll down, we'll run through all these padding and margin settings as we go along. We get to this dividers thing, and it is so cool that Brizy made this available for the free package. So just click on this divider, the bottom one, and then we select on this drop down, and then we can choose something here that's looks cool. I think this one is pretty cool. It resembles hills or whatever, and I'm going to change the color to white. There you go. How cool is that? So now I've changed the complete look of this hero image. You can do the same for the top. It's totally up to you if you want or not. It's a personal thing. So let's start by editing these textures. So if I click here, I can actually highlight everything and then just maybe change the color to white, so you can actually read it better. So I'm going to say the best hiking news ever. Now you see it actually moved on to the second line. I don't want that. All I can do is just literally drag it a little bit out like that. How cool is that? So there you go. Don't pay attention to that tool. And then the next one, I want to change the slogan here. So I can say, let's change the color to something different. Let's make it this light blue tealish color, and then say we explore hiking trails all over the world and bring you feedback. Okay, so now we've got a nice little H1 heading here. So if someone lands on this page, they can immediately tell this is hiking news. This is very cool. And they can also tell that you are a hiker and you travel all over the world hiking, and you bring feedback to them, so they can actually read your blog and to see where to go and what to expect. So now we have this little button here. So it says, how can we help? That's very convenient. So let's change it up a little bit. I want to go to color. So now you can see the BG means background. So I'm just going to change it to yellow. That looks pretty cool. And then we have text, and I want the text to be white. And also maybe the borders, I can don't care much for the borders, and also the shadow, it's 2020, we don't use shadows anymore. So let's move on to a next little step here. So if you see, if I hover over this here, it changed color to that blue color. So if you want to change that, you go to this little tab here. So now you can also change it maybe to this color. So now if I go back to the main and I hover over it, it changes the color of the hover. That's pretty cool, right? Okay, so let's go to the text here and maybe make the text a little bit bigger so it would stand out a little bit more, and maybe make the bold semi-bold. No, let's leave it at bold. It's fine. And we can close that. So very important, it's very important to update your website. If load shedding kicks in and you didn't update, I'm sorry to say you are gonna lose all your progress. On the right, we have this little social icons here. If I click on this, I can see it's just a little icon where I can actually add a link to my Twitter, and where I can add a link to my Facebook and so on. And if you want to add, say, something like anything else, you can just say duplicate that and click on that and go to icon and change the icon to whatever you want. Literally, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of different icons you can add here. Say, for instance, anything, maybe you have an account with, let's say YouTube, there we go. That's it. And then obviously I can just add my YouTube account here, and there we go. How cool is that? So now let's move on to the next section. So the next section, we want to tell people immediately what they can expect from our blog, and that's what we call features. So I like this one right here. It's pretty clean and straightforward. So I can say latest, let's make it latest hiking. Ooh, man. Best hiking news, and maybe change this color to that color and make the text, 16. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, so now we've got this over here, so we can say anything in this area. We can say we travel the world and show you exactly where you can hike and what gear you can bring, what safety measures you have to take care of, all that. And then we have these little blurbs down here. So let's change one quickly. So if I come to this first setting, I can change the image, but obviously there's no image here, so we're not going to have to worry about it. So let's go again and change this. So now we have this color, and let's make it yellow. That's cool. So, and the border, we can actually make the border round or whatever the case may be. But let me show you something else. If you come to this little wheel here, you can change the content, up and down, and come to more settings. We can change the corners right here. Easy as that. And that's how you can change, from the roundness of your corners. That's pretty cool. Come back here and say border. We're not going to worry about border. Also, we're not going to worry about a shadow. But if you are someone that likes shadows, you can choose this one here. And now if I go away, you can see there's a little bit of a shadow that pops out. Now in this one, you can say want to join us. And this one you can say based in SA, so Africa, based in US, and based in India, with a little bit of a detail about the places. And another thing you can do here is you can add a button. That's where these elements come in. So now we can use this button here and drag and, oops, okay, let's just get that thing away. So now we can use this button and drag and drop it. And then we can delete this one here. All right, so now we have this button. This button, we can change the color to blue, and the text is fine white, but we want to say something different. Contact us. And this link over here will take you directly to your Contact Us page. So let's right click and copy link address and say, for instance, paste. There you go. There you go. So that's how you can actually add these little elements to these blocks here. So that's cool. So now we have a nice little feature area, and let's move on to the next one. So the next one, we are going to add a little bit about us, you know, something that people can read what we do and who we are. So I like this one over here, so I'm going to add this. So now we've started a theme with this little blue this color here at the back. So I'm going to kind of keep that theme. So you can see this is just white on white. So let's change that up. So I'm going to come here to the main settings and choose color, and then go for this color here. Perfect. So we can just make it, obviously make it 85, make it 90 is fine. So now I can come to this area here and say, hi, my name is Jaco. Okay. And the rest here, you can tell people what you do, you know, what you do, and so on. Make that white, and make it maybe make it a little bit smaller there and smaller here. And we're gonna change our picture to something else. And close that. And I want to add a picture of myself so people can see who I am. Select, there you go, that's a picture of me, you can't tell, but now the cool thing here is we can use this. Boom, perfect. Here's a picture of me all rugged and ready to climb a mountain, and there you go. And obviously this button here, we can change this to another color, and we can change the text maybe to 16, and then obviously we change the color to white, and we can say read more. Perfect. Now we can put a link to our About Us page. Copy link and insert the link. That's it. And the next one we can add. So on the left here, you can see you have styles, dark, the dark styles, or you have the light styles. But we already started with the white style, so let's keep on the light style. So, and you also have Kit 1 and Kit 2. So in Kit 1, you can actually find a blog category. So I want people to be able to read our popular articles. So let's give it some space and then click on this here and make it a little bit bigger, you know, people make it easier for people to read, you know. And then let's change, let's leave it at overpass, and then we can make it a heading 2. There we go. And now we just have to change the color here to yellow to kind of fit our theme, and we can maybe make this one here and make it this color here. So now we are going to say this one, maybe for instance, we are gonna, these are pretty much a little blurbs that will take you directly to our most popular post. So we will say here, what is the best hiking shoes? and a link to that post, and what is the best hiking spots in Cape Town, a link to that post, and the best gear for winter in USA, a link to that post. So now we want to add a testimonials page. Testimonials is important. It adds a lot of proof to your blog and to your website. There's not much in Kit 1 I like, so let's go to Kit 2 and testimonials. And I like this one. Perfect. So that's awesome. So now we still have to follow the trend again. So let's change this back to this one, to this color, and we said it was 90, right? Yeah. 90. And then we can change this text to white. And we can say something else. Check out what hikers say. Okay, so now it is very important for you to build proof on your website. So especially if you have, information you send people, to areas and to countries that they're not familiar with. So you want people to tell other visitors that they can trust you, that your word, your blog is trustworthy, and they can go with your word. So, and right after that, we want to add a call to action for people to sign up for our newsletter, because newsletters are extremely important in the blogging world. There you go. So that's it. So let's update quickly here. And now we have this newsletter part. Unfortunately, this newsletter sign up does not work with the free version. So we can't add an email service provider to capture these leads on the free package. But I'm just adding this because it's very standard to have these at the bottom of a blog. You're more than welcome to upgrade to the pro version to be able to use these. But at the moment, if you don't want to, or you're not in the space to do it, you don't have to. You can add anything down here. So at the bottom, usually you will see a footer area, and all these footers are made for the pro version, so unfortunately we won't be able to. Let's see in Kit 1 if we have footers here, and we do have an area where we can what footers we can import. So let's go ahead and take this one for example. So now we have this footer area at the bottom, and we're just gonna change this to this dark color here once again and make it 90. Perfect. Now we have this footer area. We're gonna save this, and or update it. And now we can change this about us, to whatever we have, that's relevant to our about us and the service we have. Or do we have service? Do we actually charge people to come hike with us, or to be a guide on a hiking tour, and all that. So, and then we have our contact information, and then we have our company, which we can actually go ahead and add our logo again, and we have our a number if some people gonna call you, and we can add all these little cool social icons. So let's update once again and make sure, and then let's go preview our website, what we've done so far. Man, that looks cool, doesn't it? It looks very cool with the logo there and all these and the buttons. Let's go down. That looks very cool. The guy, behind the blog and our popular blog articles, what people say about our hiking journey. And then we have the sign up, and then we have our footer at the bottom. That is very, very cool. So let's X that out, and let me show you something else that is very cool. So let's update that again and make sure. And then we are going to go back to dashboard. Okay, so now I want to add something to the main menu. And this is important, especially if you have some kind of service or some kind of product or anything like that you can charge people with. So what we want to do is we want to add new page, and then we're going to say hike with us. So in this page, we're going to go through the same jazz again, no sidebar. And publish. Okay, so what we need to do here is we're going to copy this link here. Copy this link and go back to your website. So on this website, you want to go to customize. So the idea here is to bring attention to a specific topic, service, or a page on your website you want to draw people to announce something, especially if you have a service related to your blog, or you maybe run your own products, or you write about affiliate products, or whatever the case may be. I will show you exactly how you can draw attention to that. So what you can do is you can come to customize. You go to header and primary menu, and then this one right here. Last item in menu, make it a button. There you go. See, there's a button right there, and you can say hike with us, and a button link. It will link us to that page, and we don't have to worry about that. And then the theme button is fine, and all we need to do is customize the button style, the color. We can make the background color this yellow. Ooh, that's a bit too much. So let's go back to our yellow here, the notepad we made for our colors. That's much better. The text color is fine. We don't need to be hover. That's it. And then we can say button text. Size, it's fine. Better spacing is fine. Weight, make it semi-bold. And then closure. And then we can say publish and X out. So now we have this very cool logo, very cool menu with this hike with us button. So this draws attention. So someone gets to this page, this landing page, or wherever they are, they can see here, hike with us. So what is that all about? So they'll click on hike with us. So now they get to a page where you can actually provide services, guiding services where people can hike with you. How cool is that? So let's continue with the blog and how to get it up and running. So let's quickly do the about page, contact us page, then we'll start with the blog page. So let's edit with Brizy. I want to grab something here. Show you what we're going to do. All right, so this block I like a lot, and I want to keep this theme straight right through the whole, through the entire blog. So I'm going to save this. Save, okay. Update. And then I'm going to exit, go back to dashboard. Now I'm going to go to pages, all pages. And I'm going to go with about us. Edit. And I'm going to go ahead and say edit with Brizy. Start and go to save blocks, and this one. I want this one. Because I want to carry on with the theme right through my entire block. So this one we're just going to say about us. Hey man, what's going on here? About us, just change the color to white. Perfect. And then we can leave this, whatever the case, we can change that whatever we want, and this button will still take us to the contrast page. So now you see the menu is gone again, so what we need to do is come back here to Brilliant Template and change it to default. First save, update quickly, and then default. Perfect. So now we can move on to the next section. So this is where we're actually going to tell people a little bit more about ourselves. So let's go and add a blank, and then we're going to add a column. And in this one, we are going to add an image. And in this one, we are going to add a text. So let's quickly add an image here. This guy again, staring at the volcano. He's about to climb. There we go. And then on this side, we are going to change about me. And then some dummy text, just for tutorial purposes. This part, I just want to add a little bit bolder about me, a bit bigger, and then you can say, for instance, you want to add another text. You can just drag it until you see that little line gets a little bit bolder. That's where you're gonna drop it. And then over here, we're gonna say my mission, and make it also free, hitting free, and then once again some dummy text, make sure it's set to paragraph, and then a little bit, whoops, hitting free, paragraph, that's it. All right, cool. Now we can actually add something a little bit more on the artsy side, something a little bit more visual, like an art gallery. So here we can say our travels, and with photos with all the places you've been. You can obviously add as many as you want, make this grid a bit bigger. And another cool thing what you can do is you can add a cool video, and you can maybe just add some texture. Our latest trip. Center line that, and obviously make it H3, and then we have this video here. So now we can obviously come over here and say YouTube, and then you can just paste the link here from YouTube. So let's quickly go to YouTube and show you how it works. If it loads, whenever it loads. Okay, so for instance, we are hiking. Beginner's mistakes for hiking, perfect. Okay, so we can just right click, copy link, and go back to our website. And we say paste link. There we go, there's our link, there's our video. Perfect. So, and once more, just below all of this cool visuals, we can add a cool CTA again for people to sign up. Let's just choose Git 2 again, CTA, and then use this cool sign up again. Yeah, so what we can do is we can just obviously choose the dark color once again and bring it down to 85. And make this white. Perfect. And then we can obviously do the same here, but by now you kind of get the point. Then we are gonna update, and that's our about us page. Obviously, don't forget the footer. The footer is very important. So I'm going to add this footer here. And one thing I'm going to show you here, one thing I want to show you, let's quickly make the height a little bit bigger. Okay, update. So now this is our block, and I want to save it and make it global. There you go. So every time when I change something here, it will change on all the footers throughout the website. So update. We can give this a nice background. Yeah, so I'm not going to go through the process of changing these colors again. By now you know exactly how to do it. So I'm just going to update one more time. And then we're going to move on to the contact us. All pages. Then we're going to say contact us. And then just edit with Brizy. Alright, so once again, it is back to Brizy default, just swing it back to the default one, and then we are going to add our save blocks. This one once again, and then we are going to say contact, oopsie. Contact us. Change it to white once again. And then we are going to add a blank block, go over here, and then we can add a column. And in this one, we can add text. And in this one, we can add a form. So in the text here, we can add all kinds of, I'm gonna grab some dummy text here. We can add all kinds of text here, whatever you want. Email addresses. A lot of people don't like to fill out these forms, but you can add maybe, for instance, your email address, your phone number, where if you have a little office, where your office is at, and all that. So you can add in this little block here an email address. So the form here on the right, people sometimes don't like to fill out this form, so I can come here and check the info here, you know, whatever, email addresses or phone numbers, or whatever the case may be, a location where you're at. So now in this form, we can actually customize this complete form by adding the margins. You know, if you want to move it up or down, if you want to move it a little bit more, make it wider or narrower, it doesn't matter. So we are going to make sure whoever, if someone sends this, they are going to, if someone submit that form, they're gonna send a mail to admin@hikerstrail. So that's 100% correct. So if you want to, you don't have to edit anything in here. Don't leave this blank. But if you have a Gmail account, add your Gmail account here. So if someone actually submits this form here and hits this button, it will send a mail directly to that email address you just inserted. So make sure everything is fine. You can just say, tell me more, or whatever the case may be. And then at the bottom here, if you have a address or whatever the case may be, you can always add a map. to your blog if you have a physical address. So this is where you would insert your address, your actual address, and it will actually pin directly to that address. So this is the contact us page. You can do all kinds of cool things with this, but primarily it is just to contact you. And obviously you can add these forums and all these contact addresses. Update, very important. And then we gonna go back to dashboard. Okay, finally we get to the actual blogging part. So now I'm gonna show you how to create your very first blog post and also how to edit that ugly sidebar. So let's go to post, and we'll get to this area here where you can see all your posts. Please delete this hello world post. Nothing says more unprofessional than leaving that hello post within your blog post. So please delete that. So go on to add new. And the very first one, I am gonna talk about hiking trails in Cape Town. This will be my very first blog post. I can go ahead and just add publish. But before I do, I want to come down to this area. This is very important, this categories area. So categories is what your post will fall into. So if this will obviously be hiking spots, hiking trails, hiking spots will be the same one. So I just click that. So if you, you want to add a category, you can just go to add category, and I can say, for instance, hiking shoes. Add category. Perfect. So is this an easier way for your visitors to navigate through your posts? So I'm just gonna unclick that one, and then I'm gonna go ahead. So now we are gonna use the Gutenberg editor. It is WordPress' own default blog post editor. It's very much the same as Brizy, the editor, so you don't have to feel intimidated by it. It just looks a little bit different, but essentially it just kind of works the same. So I want to start a blog post, and a good way to do it is kind of have a little intro, but I want to add a column. If you don't see columns in the most used section, just go down to layout elements, and then you'll find columns. So add columns, and I want to add 2 columns. Over here, I want to add an image like that, and I want to upload it from the library as usual. So I'm going to go ahead and add this one here. So now you can see my nice little image there. You can obviously resize it the way you like, or you can even add a caption here saying end of the world. All right, so, and then we can add some texture. I want to go and add a paragraph, and I want to grab some dummy text once again and paste. And then I want to add another one, another paragraph. Every time when you hit enter, you have to add a new block. Okay, so now I have this beautiful texture, a nice little intro, and I have an image right here, and I want to continue, say, with a heading. 7 best, what is wrong with me? 7 best hiking spots in city. What is wrong with me? City. Okay, so now I can hit enter, and then I can start talking about the first spot. I want to add another heading and say the Table Mountain. But I want to make this one a heading 3. This one will be a heading 2. So it's just a better way for Google, its search bots, to go through your post and see what order these headings are going to follow, or what is important, what is main headings and what is subheadings. So obviously Table Mountain, this one is going to be a subheading of this one, and that's kind of how it works. So now we're going to add some text. So now we want to add some paragraph. There we go, and maybe add some more. And then we want to add an image because we want to show people what it looks like. So now you can't, there's no little cross here, plus sign here to add. All you can do is just go up here, add, and say image. Then from upload from the media library, and I want to add this one here, select. So now this image is is left aligned, and I want to align it in the center. There you go. Perfect. That's looking good. So now I can continue with my paragraphs, telling people what to expect, what to do, where to go, and so on. And then obviously what's a nice thing you can add is a quote. Say for instance, the best trip ever. That's cool, just like that. And then we can add some more images, paragraphs, explaining what you can expect, and so on and so on and so on. And say for instance you want to add what to bring, say for instance what to bring, and you want to make it a bullet point, area. So all you need to do is come down here, and you have to choose, look for a block that's called list, and then we can add the new one, our list. Shoes, jackets, pants, glasses. Well, you get my point, and so on and so on. So it's not like the Word where you can select all and choose the button. You have to actually go and select the block for it. So now I want to show you what I promised you in the beginning of this video. I'll show you how you can add your very first affiliate products to your blog post. So this is very important. So if you start getting traffic to your post in your blog post, you want to make some money with it, and there's no better way to make money with affiliate products. So affiliate products is pretty much you advertise another company's products or services, and every time when someone buys from your link or through your link, you make a commission. So if your blog is up and running, don't do it from the very beginning. But if your blog's up and running and you get a little bit of traffic to your blog, you can go to a company called Admarula or Offerforge or Affiliate.co.za, whatever the case may be. These are all platforms you can go to and actually sign up, and they will give you a whole list of companies in South Africa that have affiliate programs. So you can just go to publishers and actually enter all your details here. So this is very important to be extremely clear with everything you say. You definitely need a website. Do not add a website here that doesn't have any views or anything like that. Make sure you're 100% truthful and straight to the point. And then after a couple of days, someone's account manager will contact you, letting you know you are in or you're not. But anyway, so if you are, if your account has been approved, you'll get to the dashboards looking something like this. So this is inside my dashboard. This is only a test dashboard, so I can go to offers. And I can go to provider and choose Admarula, because Admarula is the company, the marketplace for South Africa, and hit apply. So all these companies right here, they all provide a affiliate link for you to you can use to advertise on your blog. And every time someone clicks on that link, you make a sale. So I'm in the hiking, so what do you know? Solomon has got a very cool affiliate campaign for me, and they offer 7%. So if someone buys Solomon shoes, I get 7% from it. That's very cool. So let's go in here. So now I can see these banners. I want to check it out. 44 banners I can pick from, and yeah, pretty cool banners, right? So I like I like this one right here. This is very cool. So all you can do is, maybe this one is a little bit bigger. All you can do is go over here and click on HTML and copy that. Easy as that. Just copy, go to your blog post, go over here and look for a block called HTML or custom HTML. If you don't find it, just go in the layout elements, you'll find it right there, and then literally paste it. There you go. That's it. So you won't be able to see it right now, but you'll see it as soon as we publish this post. So we're going to grab some text here once again and go back and write some more info there, and then we can maybe do one last thing to show you what we can do here. You can even add the video. If you want to add a YouTube video, it's the same thing like I did before on the About Us page. You can just insert the URL and you'll find the video. That's it. So, and then what you can do is when you're done, make sure to publish your video and publish again. There you go. Your new blog post is published. So make sure your categories is 100% right. And what you can do, also very important, is to add a featured image. There you go. And just update again. So now if we go to Hiker's Trail, my website or the blog, and hit blog, we'll get to this archive page. So as you've noticed, the Brizy builder is not available for this page because the block elements for Brizy is only available in the Pro version. So unfortunately, this is the way it is. Starting out, you gotta learn, to do things a little bit differently, especially if you have to shoestring, your blog. So no worries, this still looks pretty decent, but we'll take care of this ugly sidebar right now. So if we see this nice little featured image, we can see hiking trails in Cape Town. What we can do is we can just go ahead and click on it so we can read that blog post. And here is our blog post, hiking trails in Cape Town, with a nice intro here on the left, image here on the right, 7 best hiking spots in Cape Town, Table Mountain, all the way down, nice photos there from the guys, enjoying a sunset, all the way down to, what do you know, a Salomon advertising on a post that's about hiking. So if someone sees this ad and think, man, that's pretty cool shoes, and they click on it, it will take them directly to Salomon's website. And if someone buys anything from this website, it doesn't matter if it's shoes or underwear or socks, whatever the case may be, if they purchase anything from this website, I make 7%. I make money. That's how easy it is, guys. So yeah, so that's how easy it is to actually go out and start a blog and create a post and add some affiliate links. Just join the correct affiliate programs, and obviously it's very important to promote the correct or relevant products to your audience. If I had a link here promoting a kitchen sink for a farm, or a shower curtain, a pink shower curtain, do you think it will be relevant for the people reading this? No, it won't. So you have to add affiliate products to your post that is very relevant, and that's kind of the easiest way to make money with affiliate marketing. So the next up, I want to show you how you can actually go ahead and edit this ugly sidebar here on the right. So let's go to Hiker's Trail and down to widgets. So here's widgets. So what we can do is we can take out recent comments, delete. We can take out the archives, not necessary. Categories we can probably leave and make it a display as a drop down so it doesn't take so much space. And we're definitely going to take out the meta. It's old school and you don't want to have the meta. You don't want the meta there. So if we go back to Hiker's Trail and go back to blog once more, now we see, okay, so we have search. You can search here for whatever you want, and we can hiking trails in Cape Town is one of our recent posts, and we have a category list. So if we choose that, we can see hiking spots or hiking shoes, whatever, will be dropped on here. So also a very nice section you can add here is an About Us section. We can just use this text here, and just below we can take out recent categories, recent posts. No need for that. This we can say About Us, and we can say a little bit, you know, about us. You don't have to go all the way, you know, it's not necessary. And quickly see here, and we can say, for instance, here, read more, and we can make this a link. So I'm just going to make it a dummy link and save. Done. All right, so another cool thing we can do is we can add another text over here. Jeez, okay. And we can use text and go back to Marula, and we can go for this one here. I like this one. HTML. Copy it once more and go to your widget area. Paste it in the text section here, very important, and say save, and done. Now if we go back to our blog, now we have a much cleaner look. So search, categories, About Us. If you read more, will take us to the About Us page, and now we have an ad here on the right. How cool is that? So obviously this is very relevant. So it doesn't matter where this person is on the blog area or even on a blog post, he will see this ad here. So that's very cool. So once again, if someone clicks on this ad, it'll take them through to Solomon, and if they buy something, you make money. That's how easy it is. So that is how you create a blog post for your blog. So make sure to you know, from the homepage, if you start getting traction, you know, a lot of people reading your blog post and so on, make sure to add relevant links from this page here or from this section here to the relevant blog post, so people can read more about your most popular blog post. So let's get back to Hiker's Trail inside the dashboard. So before we end this video, I quickly want to show you one last or a couple of things. If you go to plugins and you add new and type in Yoast, this is a plugin that can help you with your search engine optimization. So this will actually help you rank better in Google. If I have to go through all of this to show you exactly how this works, this video will be 4 hours long. So what you can do is just install this and go and actually check a couple of videos on YouTube that will show you exactly how to use Yoast with your blogs and your pages and so on. And will end up with your blog post rank a little bit better in Google. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, this tutorial, and I would love if you actually end up making a blog through my tutorial, through my video. Please leave a link in the comment section. I would love to check your blog out and brag a little bit about it. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing and hit that like button. It will help this page tremendously. And yeah, all of the best, good luck, and then enjoy. That's the most important thing. Just enjoy and go out and create an awesome blog. Cheers.